What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to KangBros TV. As you can see, my man is fully gassed out here. You know what it is, bro? It's because KSI won the boxing. KSI won the boxing. Yay. 3-1. First of all, yeah, the amount of people that predicted 3-1 in the comment section, there was enough for you. And I think
I don't know where that's. I don't know what you lot be smoking about.
That's you know what it was. I think I even said to you because the most realistic prediction, right, is a 3-1 because first of all we've been leaking goals, yeah. So you kind of thought, okay, Man City gonna get one, and then the other side you thought Man City defense ain't all that, and we need to go out of Anfield. So I thought a 3-1 is the most realistic one, but I kind of thought that Man City might even get more than one. But boy, Liverpool's performance today, it was a strange one. First of all, I think the game in general was a fantastic presentation of top level football from both teams. I think it's a spectacle wise. If you're looking out from the outside, looking at this game, there's too much quality wise, both sides, right? And we were looking at each other thinking, Man City are just relentless, but the quality of Liverpool for me shown through. The goals were mud.
I'm just like, I can't believe, that we were like, Man City were better than Liverpool for the first 20 minutes. I'd say at least 20 minutes, at least.
At least, yeah.
Just pressing the life out of them. And I think we kind of picked it up, and it was almost like saying they've kind of accepted that they defensively can be got at. So it looked like they said, right, well, what we're going to do is play real high up the pitch, not let Liverpool play, and try and catch them in their own half and look to sort of, put them on the back foot from the get-go. And I think that was more, because typically you'd probably expect City to be like, right, well, at Anfield, we'll go three quarters, we'll let them have it for a bit and then we'll engage them. But they probably know that they're not that great at the back, so let's really crowd them in here and make them play long, and hopefully they'll have enough, there's pace at the back, so they'll be able to deal with the ball over the top. But just the way that Liverpool kind of stuck in there, and it showed that there is that resilience in that team now, and it wasn't just a case of they're going to keel over at any moment. And I think it's the point you made, actually. You were saying, well, it's kind of why you paid the big money for the goalkeeper and the centre half, and obviously we've got this, the amazing midfield that everyone talks of and stuff. So you've got to kind of sit back and say, right, well, there's no need to panic anymore because they will earn their money. So from that perspective, I thought great. I thought FABinho's goal was just, it was mad. Like, I'm sure it's one of those situations where everybody else as Liverpool fans are probably thinking, I probably can do with you not shooting here. But when you stick it in like that, it's amazing. For all the good that we can talk about, you can't get away from it as per usual. The VAR and the use of it and stuff. And listen, I know that people would in retrospect would say it's gone in Liverpool's favour. So, oh my God, you're happy now it's gone in your favour? No, I'm not saying that whatsoever. For me, you can't be given that as a handball, for me personally, because if you look at Bernardo Silva in the build-up to that goal, it's come off of his hand. So, and I know that they say that if it was in the attacking third and if it was a goal off the hand, then it would be given as it was disallowed because it was the use of the hand. I know they're saying, his was accidental. It's not like it's meant. Now, these people are human beings. They're not robots. So, and when the ball's everything's being played at such a fast pace and speed, Trent, I don't think, can move, can't readjust himself to get out the way of the ball. When you slow it down, it looks like a handball when you slow it down, but so does everything. If you slow down Bernardo Silva's to, in the build-up to that particular moment, it will look the same. So for me, there is no consistency around VAR. There isn't any consistency. Dele Alli's handball a couple of weeks ago wasn't given. There's been other handballs where have been given. And you look at it and think, I can't see, then you look back at Man United and PSG. So there's so much inconsistency around it. I'm still a fan. I'm still in the case of VAR is not. It's faulty. It doesn't work at the moment, I'm afraid. Because and listen, Liverpool against Man United a couple of weeks ago, the same thing happened. There was a foul that everyone thought was a foul, wasn't given. They went up the other end and scored. Man United went up the other end and scored. Right? Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, Liverpool fans will turn around and be like, well, that's gone against us. So today, when there was a VAR that has gone in our favour, we've gone up the other end and scored. Over the course of a season, things will level themselves out. That's one way of looking at it. But the fact of the matter is, VAR is flawed. It's a flawed system, and it is causing. What did we used to talk about? I listened to radio on the way a little while ago. What did we used to talk about before VAR? I couldn't even tell you anymore because it's taken over everything, and it's leaving a stain on a brilliant game of football.
Handball for me. Yes, it looks very deliberate when you slow it down. But if I look at it, I think the fact that his hand comes out, that's why I would. For example, if I was to flip the script and say it was good against Liverpool, I'll be appealing for a handball. So that's why I'm saying that. So I would say it's a handball. I think we've got away 1-1 there, and it did come off Bernardo Silva's hand. And I do agree with you. But the reaction time is very quick.
The trajectory of the ball changes when it comes off of his hand, so you can't then expect. They're human beings at full throttle. That's why I think.
I hear you, but
I think I think common sense prevails in situations like that because. Once it comes off Bernardo Silva's hand, the trajectory of the ball changes, and Trent is not actually going like that. If you look, he still hands it, but he's trying to move his body to compensate for what's happened. So that's why I think common sense should prevail in situations like that.
I hear what you're saying, but when I even saw it in real time and the play carried on, I was like, that's a handball there. It just looked like a handball to me. So the thing that I would give praise to is if you watch carefully, Aguero, instead of having that striker instinct and just carrying on, he's actually screaming handball. Big Verge is not interested. He gets the ball, passes it
Forward,
out,
yeah.
and that's where we get the goal. So for me, it's like play to the whistle, and
because if it is you'll get it. If it is a handball,
exactly.
typically you will get it.
Why
so
are you stopping?
There's no point in stopping.
Why are you stopping?
And they almost say that for VAR, it's use it in your favour to say carry on playing. But if you think it's like, just carry on because you'll get it.
Yeah.
If it is. The other thing I would say on the VAR point, and it happened a couple of times today, right? When the ball's gone off and it should have been a Liverpool throw, and the ball's gone off for a corner. No, I saw it in the Villa game. Tyrone Mings and somebody else. It's flicked off the other team, and they didn't get the throw. Now, if VAR is available, right? Then let's just say, for argument's sake, that corner then leads to a goal. But VAR is there, but it shouldn't have gone that way, right? That for me is that not a clear and obvious error?
Yeah, exactly. If it's clear, obvious error, go and change it because the goal happens from it. Yeah.
If carry on with the game, but if the corner's given, there should be someone sitting at Stockley Park saying, whoop, whoop, hello, change that because it should have gone the other way. So stop the game where it is, and it's a throw on the other way. Because that for me is a clear and obvious error, and that can actually can have an effect on the game. Yet we're still caught up in big toes playing somebody offside and armpits playing somebody offside. Yet you can get something like that so simple, and then you have got technology. You can just say, listen, you missed that one, so we'll change it. But they're so scared to change it because it might look like it's going against the referee. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It doesn't work.
Going back to the game, so the second goal for Liverpool. Well, actually, Man City, yes, they played well, but I think in the fact that if you're going to question the first goal, Liverpool were just deservedly the winners for me in this game. Even though Man City had the ball, they didn't do enough for me to work the goalkeeper to actually go and score the goals. Aguero, for me, I don't know what happened to it. Either he's cursed at Anfield or whatnot. He had some chances today where you expect him to score, right? And the second goal, Trent Alexander. My man, right now, going forward, I don't see a wing-back better than him going forward. Fullback, right? But his distribution is nuts. And the audacity that he has, the confidence he has to ping that ball. Today, he whipped it off with his left foot.
And listen, that's one aspect of looking at it. But he's so good. Everyone's forgetting about the brilliance of Robertson's cross.
Yeah.
It was actually the audacity to put that in.
It actually frustrates me that people don't give him the credit that he deserves.
I'm happy. Don't give him the credit because it just lets him go about his business.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm saying, look, but as a Liverpool fan, when you hear other fans talk about, back in the day, there used to be a fan, he's probably still watching, like he used to dig out Robertson, that used to frustrate me. And the thing is, going forward and backwards, a guy off, he's brilliant. And like you said, that passage of play, that goal, once again, it was just quality.
Salah, say what you want. And we talked about it, didn't we? Say what you want. He's always going to be there or thereabouts and doing something that you look at and think, that's brilliant.
Bro, that took a deflection before he had that in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And listen, Mane, again, proving a threat. We
dived, though, for the goal, but,
Yeah. But looking at the overall game, I think Gary Neville mentioned it on commentary. He said something about, he goes, this is not a Pep Guardiola type of team. Although for all the huffing and puffing, they looked blunt, didn't they? They actually looked a bit blunt. Sterling looked at a threat.
Yeah, but I just love the way when he comes to Anfield, he just gets clattered every single time, and people are nibbling at him. He tried to go at Gomez, bro. Make that the next, the whole boxing fight, bro. Get Sterling Gomez.
The other thing was, did you realise today when Sterling was actually doing it to Trent on a defensive level, they changed it and they put Trent up the pitch and put Gomez on.
I think it was a good battle. It wasn't. I wouldn't think it was one-sided.
I thought
Trent was getting the better.
Sterling was quite comfortably getting the better of him as well,
Really?
which was quite frustrating. But like I said, Man City can always get a goal. Frustrating when they did get a goal, but I thought De Bruyne was off it today.
I don't know. De Bruyne does nice things in there.
But on the whole, there's a lot of deliveries that you look at and think, that's not De Bruyne. Alisson. The guy is just fantastic. You know, the crosses that come into the box, the way he claims and commands the box, brilliant. Van Dijk was immense. Lovren, you got to give him his props today. Very good today. Full backs were brilliant. Liverpool had 11 man of the matches today, and there's no two ways about that.
And the other thing is Henderson, right? That ball was precision. That cross could not be better. So, like I said, people sometimes think, well, we just dig out Henderson because it's Henderson. Not at all. If players do well and hit those high standards that we expect, like that. I mean, how many times have you seen Henderson whipping across that perfect? I haven't seen it, but that cross was immense. And not just that, his work on the right to double up on the right and make those gaps in there. I mean, he was doing a good job and he did it really well.
The thing with, like I said, this isn't a negative, and I know people can look and say, "Oh, the Henderson hater." People think that I'm. What I'm saying is that if you look at the defenders, they didn't expect him to do that. They didn't expect him. They all thought, right, okay, he's going to try and move it on to either Trent to deliver or get Salah on the ball. So they were all setting up to think, okay, what? And then he's thought, boom, I'm going to make a burst for it, and it's worked for him because the defenders were switched off. So that fair play for doing that, like I said, if everyone thinks that we're Henderson haters or stuff like that, it really isn't the case. He's a Liverpool player. He's as a captain has lifted the Champions League trophy. I just said, I've always said it, and I stand by it, that if there is room for improvement in that midfield, I believe he is the person that but you can't deny what he did today was brilliant.
But we said that Henderson was going to start this game, and it's for that very reason that we said it, because we want that working midfield. That's what it was all about today. If you looked at what Gini was doing today, it was mad. That's why it actually frustrates me if people still question over Gini as a midfielder. The stuff that he was doing today, the pressing,
relentless,
tight
spaces,
spaces he works in, and he's got quick feet and stuff like that. And then even the 91st minute, he's pressing back. And the trio of midfield, they were just working their asses off in terms of pressing. And then Fabinho, he's just literally like we said, Man City were relentless, right? And if it wasn't for Fabinho in there, constantly trying to break up play. Like you said, the whole team was brilliant. Like you had times where Firmino was coming back and defending.
There's a corner, the cross came in, it was a wicked corner. And I said to him, I goes, did you see who headed that? Firmino. And then when the ball breaks, and obviously he's not blessed with the same pace as Firmino and Salah, but he's got, Salah and Mane. But then all of a sudden you see him, getting up the pitch, heading the ball, getting up the pitch. Like, in rugby, that guy kicks it, he's got to be the first one to go. He heads it, and then boom, he's making his way. And I'm thinking to myself, that sort of stuff there, that can't be taught. That isn't taught. That's that desire, that commitment to the cause. So as I said, the only thing I can say today is how proud I am to be a Liverpool fan today. I thought, what unbelievable performance against a team that is, they're not a joke. I'm not having it when people say, oh, they're defensively, they're so poor. He chose not to play Cancelo. He chose not to play Mendy. That's £100 million worth of defenders there.
As we're on topic on Man City, Pep, is that head's gone? It's gone. Because, some of the, what was he doing on the sideline, bruv? What was he doing?
Yeah, but
he looked for me, and even on the interview at the end of the game, he's doing this whole thing ask Riley, blah blah blah, and he's not really asking the questions and that.
Get that onto Adrian Durham and the boys on the drive at Talk Sport. Ed's gone.
Yeah, and he's shouting two, whatever. Yeah. But for me, Pep, but he's just, I think his head's gone.
Personally, yeah, the thing is, you can't agree.
He was frustrated, wasn't he?
I've said this, and I'll pose this question to other people as well. I'd love to hear people's thoughts right now, and hear me out before. I know some people are going to hear what I'm saying and start. They're going to jump on it straight away. What I'm saying is, who's actually a better coach or manager? Okay, out of Klopp and Guardiola. Okay, so straight away everyone's going to be like, "Are you mad?" It's obviously Guardiola. But the point I'm trying to make is, Klopp's done it at Dortmund, who were literally nowhere to be seen, and then Liverpool, who were out of it completely, rejuvenated players that were deemed not good enough, and put in a work ethic and a style of football and an identity that's got Liverpool to a Champions League, a final, Europa League final, which they both lost, then a win.
And going against the Giants, like you said.
And against Pep, who's gone to Germany, open checkbook, right? Barcelona, he's had some of the best players on the planet, and he's done it. So whenever he goes somewhere, he needs an open checkbook. Man City's no different. So he's either going to go somewhere and okay, yeah, you'll win, but I need this much money spent at it, or else I can't do it. Now, whereas Klopp's had his hands tied to a certain degree, what you earn is what you can spend. So who's actually, is there that much in it? Today, I'm looking at it and thinking, well, if it's just down to the getting the best out of a group of players, potentially Klopp for me. I'm not saying that Guardiola's rubbish, because he's not. He's probably the best manager in our generation, but it is food for thought. It is for me. You're going to go somewhere with an open checkbook, mate. If you give Mourinho an open checkbook, he's proved that he will deliver. You know, an open checkbook makes a big difference. So I'm starting to think, you know, what next for Guardiola? Yeah, he's achieved amazing things, but is he as good as everyone says he is without the money?
And the thing is, his 3 years is coming to an end. He's just does projects for 3 years. If you look at it, he ain't going to be here for Man City for 10, 12 years. That's what I believe in.
And that's why I think the Champions League is his priority this year. I don't think he's too... I mean, I know it sounds mental, but I don't think he'll be too concerned if they didn't win the Premier League this year. He's thinking, we need to win the Champions League, and this is the season that we can do it, because Barca are not... They're not at the races at the moment. Madrid look miles off it. Bayern Munich are in transition.
If their defence is like that, they're going to get punished. That's the thing.
They're not good. The left back I thought actually done okay, and then the context of ripping him apart because defensively he weren't great, but going forward he looked good.
Yeah, I was surprised with that. Like, going forward he looked very good. I was like, who's this guy? You know, plucking the ball out of the air and all that kind of stuff. So that was a surprise to me. But yeah, so man of the match, I think we were quite agreed on this. Right?
I said it. I mean, Fabinho was just a standout for me. Was just in a game as good as everyone was today. He was actually my standout man of the match. I thought he was just fantastic. Just the way he was. I think I said to you earlier, he's just there. You know, whenever something happens, he's just there. You just look at him and boom, he's there. You know, and he got a goal, which was amazing. And I just, for me, by head and shoulders, Fabinho.
And last point I do want to touch on, I know this video's probably gone on for a bit long, but you know that you've touched on about Liverpool showing that resilience when they scored that goal. You know, I said to you, okay, this is where we need to stand up now. I think we still have that, some Liverpool fans still have that mindset of like the old Liverpool, don't concede now, because you know it just all falls
That's
to
me.
shit.
That's
you know
me, yeah.
For whereas me, I was like, you know what, okay, we concede this goal, stand up now. This is where you want to see your Alissons, your Van Dijks, your Lovrens, everyone, do your thing. And I felt confident, even though we conceded that goal. I was like, are we going to ship 3 goals? I don't think so.
I think I speak for the majority of Liverpool fans who have been through that journey
shit
that we've had, is that we've seen it all.
Yeah.
So nothing can surprise us anymore, because we've been there when, you know, even that game, that last year in the Champions League or in the league, when they were comfortably winning 4-1 or something, and then boom, boom, goal. We're just sitting there thinking, oh, they're going to score it, and they almost did. So I think it's an unbelievable situation to be in, to think that we can start thinking like that, because we have got the players to deal with that level of pressure. But I don't think I'm ever going to change, because I've been supporting this club for too long now, and I've seen it all.
So once again, we have another international break. I mean, this might be good for... I mean, it's nice to go into this international break with that sort of 9 points.
Can you believe that? Listen to that, 9 points clear. Mazza.
Yeah, and obviously Mo Salah walked off a bit hobbling
off. So hopefully it's a bit of time to repair and get him fit.
So yeah, I mean, it was a long video. Let us know your thoughts and comments, and if you on the question about Klopp and Guardiola, that'd be an interesting one to read. Until then, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and definitely comment.